Alright, so I've decided to make another one. And we're gonna try to go for female this time, just so the main character can, well, not really the main character, you know what I'm trying to say, just so the first character can have a female companion, because the first one was male, let's have to do a female companion. And we're gonna see how this goes for my world builder. So let's go ahead and spin it and see what we're gonna get. A chimera! Ooh! That means we're gonna have to spin again. We're gonna have to make another wheel. And we're gonna have to put a bunch of random animals and stuff in it so we can see what we can make. Alright, let's see what we're gonna make. Alright, so we got a chimera that is a crab and a bear. So, is he gonna have a weapon? I do have no weapon on here. Somewhere. No, I think everything has a weapon. But if it cannot hold a weapon, then it will immediately be, well, I meant, like, of course, it has a crab claws. So, it could be able to hold a long sword, a katana, a trident, stuff like that. But it won't be able to do a bow, a blowgun, something like two hands. Some of the stuff it can use, some it can't. Then if you go for a regular bear, just be claw. So, there's an unarmed one. Like I said, depends on what the item is. It'll go back to unarmed using its pincer or bear claw. War scythe. Honestly, he can actually use that because with the claws, war scythe is just slashing. So honestly, war scythe could actually be kind of useful. But let's see how good he is with it. Because he can also just throw it away, later on. It's like, I don't want this war scythe. That is what he has. That's what he needs. But he's also good, without a weapon. Well, let's see how good he is with a weapon, though. Alright, so this is my chimera spin. I do have a couple repeating. Like, I have a couple lions, dogs, cats, the basic stuff. But I also got some weird stuff in here, like hippopotamus, rhinoceros. We got reindeer. We got a wasp. We got a moth, penguin, and albatross. We got a platypus right here. We got a bear. We got all kinds of different stuff. We mostly get more natural stuff than we do, mythical. Because I want it to actually be special. I'm not going to do like, oh, here's a griffin mixed with a snake. Ah! Well, you've seen that before. So, this is entrance over 200, things. Some of them is copied, but I have over, I think it's like 210, 215. Some of them is copied, but however, it is still over 200. So, let's see what the first one is. What are we mixing? A crab. Alright. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. Alright, so let's see what the chimera is fused with. And a bear. Oh, okay. Alright, so this is a fused of crab and bear. Huh. That's kind of, yeah, I saw move instances. I think I have like 2 bears in here. But, yeah, it's kind of crab and a bear. How am I going to work with that one? I don't know about that. That one's kind of like, Well, now we'll have to go to the weapon. Alright, so we're going to go to, how good he is. I say he, but I'm going to put it as she later. How good she is with the war scythe. Let's go ahead and spin this bad boy. Reality defying. Holy crap. This, the freaking crab bear has been playing Dark Souls. Like, damn. He is reality defying with the war scythe. I don't even know how I can put that in writing. Reality defying. Honestly, that could be a good thing or a bad thing with it, but I just seen it like swishing around and all that stuff. However, I have added a little bit extra stuff to this. I'm going to add another wheel. You'll see very shortly as I'm saying it. I have made a enchantment for the weapon. And once I get more enchantments added on here and just keep going and going. Because the more I do my World Builder series, the more I'm going to add on to it. So honestly, the best chances would be right now for her to get good. Because I got life still, I got infinite arrows, if it can do it. I got zoom, we got super speed, electricity, magnetic, spike, unbreakable. Then we got break easy, we got duplicator, liquefy, explosion, phantasm. Trust me, I'm gonna start getting a lot more into it. But let's see what type of enchantment we're gonna get on our war scythe from my crab bear. Slow. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do another wheel just to make sure that we are doing this right. Enchantment. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make another wheel. But I'll be right back very shortly. Alright, so I made a wheel. And this is enemy both AoE for both AoE just enemy or myself. So that means if I attack with the war scythe, who would it affect? Will it affect me or the enemy or both of us? And then AoE, which means it could just be area of effects, kind of like Law from One Piece at a certain area. So then if it's AoE enemy, that is overpowered. So honestly, AoE enemy is the most overpowered one, so we need to aim for the yellow. Red is bad, yellow is good, and then these... I don't know, for both ones, that just makes it comical. So really, we need to aim for the yellow. Just the enemy? Hell yeah! So when the crab bear hits the enemy, they will get slowed down. Nice, 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 nice. I like that. I like that. I wish it would have been the yellow, but that's fine. As the week goes on, I'm going to add more stuff to it. I just realized I can put ally. Hey, that's with nobody but the allies around me. Crap. No, I can do that. Alright, so what type of occupation does my crab bear chimera has? She has a war scythe that slows down enemies. Now, it could be arcane lawyer. It could be clockwork tanker. I don't know. This is what the occupation of my crab bear was doing. I really hope it lands on science experiment, because that would actually fit well. Gladiator mage? What? That means this crab bear is going to have special abilities. Occupation gladiator mage. So basically, gladiator mage, what that is, it's going to be a mage that uses spells to make sure the other people play right. Like, kind of like a referee, almost. But, you know, they'll let people die, but they're not going to have somebody doing AoE effects that affects the whole crowd. You know, so this is like the referee / guardian. So this is the gladiator mage. This is the referee. This is the person who makes sure the viewers are not harmed in any way. So, wow. That's... honestly, that'd be a scary-ass referee. Now, what's the gladiator mage? Alright, let's see. Wow. The spells and what it can do would be very... woof. Alright. So, the crabbear gladiator mage, he uses a scythe that slows down the enemy. I don't see how that could really affect well. I'm guessing if somebody's like moving too fast or just threatening to, you know, do like a bombing something, it would use the scythe to slow him down. So the next thing we need to do is figure out what mage spells he can do. This will determine how he protects people. So let's see how he does it. Is it just a fucking wizard? Wow, he's just a wizard. He can just do whatever he wants to, I guess. Yeah, he's just straight up just wizard. He can just do whatever his spells. Damn. Alright, well, that's still the case. He's a scythe-wielding wizard. He doesn't have a wand. He has a scythe. I don't know if that's good or bad, or I don't know. But he doesn't have a wand. He's a crab bear. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's not trained in it. He just knows he's doing it right. That's all he knows. Okay, so we know that this crab bear is a wizard. for, you know, protecting people in the Gladiator Stadium, just in case something goes wrong. So let's see how good he is at the wizard magic. Abysmal. He must be new. He's more focused on physical stuff than the other stuff. But he is a abysmal wizard. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe he's just still in training. He's just only going to use the basic spells whenever he feels like he can't get there fast enough. Which soon we'll see what the speed is, and then I can probably change the story on that a little bit. But he is a wizard. I was going to say a wizard spell from Harry Potter, but I can't think of one. Alright, so we're now in the outfit section. Because I have a crab bear chimera, I decided to put down crab armor on it. So just in case it'd be like a crab bear wearing crab armor. But honestly, having a crab bear in a ninja outfit could also be kind of cool as well. But let's see what outfit he's going to be wearing. A loincloth. Well, at least he's modest. Yeah, well, yeah. He wants to make sure the ladies, they're not blushing. You know, he's trying to be modest so everybody's going to be watching him when he's protecting the stadium. He's going to be protecting the stadium at all costs in his loincloth. Hey, I don't make the rules, that's just what he's wearing. Damn. Alright, so I decided to make a wheel for weaknesses. So, I have a couple of no weaknesses on here. Just to make it even, because if I have everybody blind, then it really makes no difference. So we're going to see what we got. We got racist, nearsighted, no weakness, farsighted, sweet tooth, no weakness, clumsy, butterfinger, unlucky, no weakness, fear of women, fear of man, fear of bugs, no weakness, can't reach, fear of blood, no weakness, fear of darkness, blind, death, no hands, no weakness. I got no right hand, no left hand, no feet, no weakness. You get it. I just thought of heights, you know, afraid of heights, but we're going to do that in the next one. Like, when I get finished this wheel, I'll add on to it. So let's see what this crab bear is afraid of. No weakness. Hallelujah! Alright. No weakness. Honestly, that kind of makes sense. It's a chimera. It was scientifically made to be a gladiator mage. So, yeah, of course it's not going to have any weaknesses. If he did, then it'd be the scientist's fault on that one. Alright, so we're going to be doing the stats. So the first one we're going to do is the IQ. So this will also determine how much spells and stuff he would be able to do as a mage as well. And how good he is at his job. Like, this is his overall IQ. Omnipotent IQ. He can do any spell he wants. Okay. Omnipotent. Best at job. Best knowledge at job. With all spells. He knows all of the spells. Alright, so next we're going to go to speed. What can this bear crab do in speed? Oh, he's a veteran. He's a marathon runner. That's what he is. He's a marathon runner. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to change the way I do this wheel thing. At least on this one. Because I could just take off veteran, but that one, because I have a different wheel for different stats to make it look better, I guess. I guess I can do that. Anyway, let's go to strength. If he hits you, how hard does he hit? Pinnacle. Very high up. The best scythe can hit. Alright, so let's go to durability, though. Because durability could be a lot, since he is a referee in the Gladiator. So let's see what durability is. Proficient. Alright. Yeah, I definitely would probably change the wheels, like how this is. But he's actually pretty... He's able to take a hit. He's able to go 12 rounds. He's a boxer. Alright, he's proficient, yeah. So the next time I do this video, I will change up the wheels. So each one will be easier to read for y'all. But he's proficient at being durable. He's able to go 12 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, you know, stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out how I could write that down. Alright. There's that. Let's see if there's another wheel I can do. As I was writing the story, I realized I didn't have the height down. Because a crab bear could be a very small or very big. So, let's see how tall it is. 15 foot fucking tall. Hell yeah. 15 foot gladiator referee crab bear. Hell yeah. I'm writing that down. Hell yeah. I guess in the Centaur or the Minotaur would, you know, be normal height, like 6 foot maybe. But 15 foot tall, I would not be messing with that referee. I would not. Alright, so how can I have a story when I don't even know the personality? So, that's what I'm going to be doing. If you look inside, I have a lot of MPD, which is multiple personality disorder. So that's what we have. So if it lands on that one, that means we're going to spend twice on it. If I don't land on it, then that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to write that personality on here. Alright, so let's see what personality my crab bear will get. He's a pompous noble. Indubitably. Will you please stop fighting? Oh, he's a pompous noble. I'm guessing he was made in like the Kingdom's lab. Yeah, you know, that would be a good story. Yeah, let me put that on there. Made in Kingdom Lab. There we go. Yeah, you see, to add a little bit more to his story. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to keep figuring out what I can and what I can add to it to have a more personality to see if people would actually like him or not. Alright, so this is Lady Krathora. And basically she was a human who turned into a bear and a crab to be the referee in the arena. This is the scythe. She is 15 feet tall, so the scythe is a lot bigger. As you see, everything I talked about in the earlier of the video is right here. And then the height, I also have it in meters, just in case you don't use that type of stuff. Now I got the lore right here. So this lore is not going to be the same in the story. I meant like the lore as you see right here. I'm not going to type this in the story. So this is like extra stuff if you want to know about her and, you know, her story and stuff like that. So speaking of that, how you want to get to it is first you go to arena. If you want to find her, you go to characters and then you go to arena staff. So we got fighters right now. We only got Oberon. Then arena staff, we got Lady Krathora. So we got that going on. But then if you saw earlier, I had a story. So we go to story. We can go to chapter 1. So this first part right here is Oberon's lore. So we're first going to see he's just doing his own thing and then gets summoned into the arena. And then when he, you know, you start looking at his cage, it said he landed on hot sand, hot course, yada, yada, yada. See right here, it's like when he's getting up, he's going around, and then he hears people talking, yada, yada, yada. And then it's talking about how Lady Krathora, the referee, and here we go. This is what I got so far. But I had to redo one part right here. Where is it at? Yeah, I have to redo this one because I think I said something twice. anyways, that is it. I do have likes and comments down below, just in case if y'all see anything for me to fix or any comments, I'll change it up. So this story is I can use y'all as a not use y'all, but like use y'all for references and stuff. Like if you want to have your name on this story, I would make a character like I had in this video, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go. But yeah, I'm writing a story so far. I'm still in chapter 1. I guess after the first fight, I'll go to chapter 2. And then I think Oberon should be the main person, unless if he dies, the winner would actually be the next main character. I think that's how I'm gonna start doing it. It's just the winner of the fight will just keep going and going until we get somebody else going and going and going. But yeah, that is the arena. All right.